actually made this screensaver, I don't know, when I was about 21.
Yeah. Is this the same one that you used to have on your
Yeah, the
laptop?
food porn.
Yeah, the food porn one.
Yeah, so
there's
good.
a burger, a really
There's
good burger.
burgers, there's chips, there's
Pizza.
eggs Benedict, there's raw salmon, there's...
Huh. What's salmon doing on there?
Salmon's good.
Nah, it's shit.
Can we talk about that?
Fucking horse.
Welcome, episode 2, back on the horse.
Two comes right after one.
Pit Hobo Studios here in Pullenvale. What do we put in Pullenvale?
The pull.
The pull, yes, of course we do. All right, now, quick thanks from me, guys, for the first one. Really cool, good fun.
We're not going to talk about how he ruined it.
Well, we
You
can
can't
bring
see
that
gestures in the audio spectrum. I'm pointing at Jiggles.
up. Yes,
Yeah. There was some self-reflection.
yes. We had some good feedback.
There's some shit feedback about me. I've just got some right then.
No, it was good. And one of them was the fact that you love food, and we're just talking about that.
Yes,
And how one of the things, the comments was that you love food so much that you should do live on the potty the surstroming challenge. Have you heard that? The
No. What's that?
fermented herring from
So herring
fucking
means
Sweden
fish.
or somewhere. Yeah, it's
Fermented means fucked up.
Yeah.
like, yeah.
I think that's the technical term for
Can
fucked
you,
up.
on maybe and it's like
Oh, look. Is it like an anchovy sort of
Oh.
vibe?
it's
Is this a thing? Like, is this a viral thing? Or?
oh yeah, there's a lot of people that do the challenge, but they
Fermented
said if he
herring.
loves food that much that he has to do it, and I'm like, yeah, that's fucking great.
Okay, let's have a look.
Yeah.
So
have
do
a
it on the pod.
Do it, do it in here.
Well,
but
we are videoing for the
Okay.
first time
Yeah.
tonight.
what do you have a look?
Okay,
See what you
let's have a
think.
look. Let's have a look.
I've seen him do some pretty disgusting
Oh, what's
things.
that?
We
Is that
talked
the
last
fermented
time
herring?
about the bat mango.
It smells like rotten fish.
Well, it is
It's-
wrong.
Why,
Yeah,
why would I want to
basic.
eat that? I like food,
It's a
so why would I want to
challenge.
eat that?
Well,
If it's like an anchovy,
It's not
does
like
anyone
an
order anchovies on their pizza?
No.
Nah.
I'm like, I do it, but then I like manually break it up to distribute the anchovy flavour around the pizza.
really? I got anchovies the other day in a Caesar salad, and I looked at it and I went, oh, and it reminded me of, remember those old shows of the surgeries? They used to show the surgery on TV.
You had different channels, man, growing up to me.
Yeah, but they'd cut off hemorrhoids.
Oh, lovely. Oh, nice.
They'd put them on the tray and they'd showed it, and it curled up and it looked like an anchovy.
Oh,
Human hemorrhoids.
Yes.
Human hammies.
there we go. There's the fish right
There
there.
it is there.
Oh,
It looks pretty bad.
Yeah.
that looks fucked.
Nah, I'd avoid that.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do it?
No.
No, I'm not gonna.
No? Oh, okay. And the other one was for me to have a Big Mac
Yes.
That's
or a
ridiculous.
sushi
Have you
or
had, during the week? Did you reflect on that?
KFC.
like-
a lot of people talked to me and said,
You can have a Big Mac.
So what you're saying is the segment will be live on the podcast. You're going to realise what a fuckhead you've been for some time.
well, no, I'll probably just realise it'd be like, oh, I knew it'd taste like shit. And it does. The Ashes boys, how good was that?
Not the latest
The
game.
second game,
No.
great.
Recording this
Third
game, we are now, what, 2-1?
2-1.
2-1 up.
Yeah.
I take it we're going to talk about how,
The Bairstow moment.
well, more generally, what a pack of whinging fucks they are.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're watching the Bairstow thing right now. Like, it's a G up. Like, it's a flat out G up. The worst part of it, I reckon, is Broad. So what happens?
like a
What
child.
happens when you're a fucking child? Is everyone digs up all your shit from the past. Have you seen the footage? So obviously they're saying not in the spirit of the game, not in the spirit of the game.
Yeah.
Have you seen the footage of Broad when he nicked it caught behind.
Yeah, it went to first slip or second
It wasn't
slip.
just a little nick. He hit the cover off this fucking thing.
Yeah, right.
And the umpire stuffed it.
Yeah.
And we had no reviews left. And he did not walk.
Yeah.
And now this wasn't just a nick that could have gone either way or a nick where I'll get away with this. He hit the cover off that fucking thing. It deviated about 6 inches. And he didn't walk. But this is what you got to be prepared for. If you're a whinging prick,
Oh, yeah.
we are going to dig up your shit.
Yeah.
And there was another one where, I think it was in the third test, where he dived to save a 4 and he clearly hit the boundary rope. And he didn't say to the umpire, hit the boundary rope. Now, that one could have gone either way.
Yeah.
He's also wearing that headband like an idiot. Like, when's he made that decision?
Oh, well, even they showed some Bairstow moments because he got stumped, obviously. That's
Well,
the
he was
big
doing the
talking
same
point.
thing.
He's done the same thing.
All
yeah.
right. Okay, so it comes down to, I think, if you're going to, the whole spirit of cricket, is that a thing or is it not? Like, do we just go by the umpire? And if you get away with the nick, that's just how it goes? You can't have it both ways. Like,
Yeah.
that kind of happened when Gilly, remember when Gilly,
He walked.
he walked, when was that? Like
Oh, yeah.
early 2000s or something like that. He walked.
Nicest guy in cricket.
And I was like, okay,
and
yeah,
Hussey.
that's honest. But they open a can of worms.
Yeah.
Like he starts walking. No one ever walked before that. And then
Yeah.
it's like you got to make the decision. Do I walk? I walk when it's convenient for me, like we're ahead in the game.
Would
but
he
I don't
walk on the last delivery
Yeah.
of the test?
Are you a consistent walker? Are you an inconsistent walker? It just opens up a whole can. It's like, it's same with the Mancad stuff. Can they not just clear that
Yeah.
up?
Well, yeah, that's right.
Like, just make the decision. This is how it's going to work. And everyone can do a Mancad if they want to do a fucking Mancad.
Yeah.
Well, the thing with the Mancad is, I actually think this is fine. Mancad's not. So I don't think Mancad's in the spirit of the game. If you give them a warning and they keep deliberately trying to get an advantage and you've given a warning, I'm fine with it. Yeah. But this was different. And it was just weird because he had legit done it in the previous innings.
What about when...
Yeah.
What about the situation, though, where McCullum ran out Murali? Remember when... So Murali was celebrating a century. His batting mate got a century.
Yeah.
And then Murali walked out of his crease to go celebrate, and then McCullum stumped him or ran him out.
While he was celebrating. Yeah.
So there's things like that. But that's what I mean. Like, it's... Do we just, like, get rid of spirit of the game and it's just letter of the law? And so Mancad, for example, why can't that just be... You can just do that. If you're a batter...
Yeah, every
you just
other
stay in your
sport.
crease. If
That's,
you're gonna...
that's the way it is with every other sport. But here's my perspective on it. I don't think you need to change anything. But if you're going to be a fucking whinger, just prepare for the backlash. Because that, ironically, after all is said and done here with what they tried to rub in Australia's face, they've come off looking like the fuckwits. Like, by the way they treated the Australian players in the Oval Room, and then they had to... is that what
and
it's
they
called, the Oval Room?
They went after Uzi.
Yeah, they went after Uzi.
Go for the smallest, quietest guy on the team.
Yeah.
Why don't you go after Stark or one of the pace bowlers?
Also,
You
went
fucking
after
sooks.
Leggy's hero, Uzi.
Yeah.
Who's your hero.
I love Uzi. He's great.
But they had to cancel the memberships of 5 or 6 people, and then they had to apologise to the Australian team. So they've just gone about it in the dumbest fucking way.
What do you reckon if it was the other way around? If England did it to us, would we just be like...
I reckon we would be angry, but not whinging. I reckon we'd be like, you fucking grub.
Yeah.
And then we might move on. We're not going to get Piers Morgan on the fucking TV doing a big thing about it.
Yeah.
God, he's a cockhead.
What do you think of other people from other countries like McCullum, New Zealander?
Coaching a different country?
Yeah.
I remember that when... was it Robbie Deans?
For
Did he...
Wallabies?
Yeah, did he coach the Wallabies?
Yeah, Graham Lowe coached the
And then-
Queensland Origin team once too.
Yeah,
and,
I don't know. It took me
he
a while
was
to
a
get used
Kiwi.
to.
Yeah.
Took me a while to get used to. I think it's just a done thing now. It's like...
Yeah.
It's more like... It's a coaching... Like these people, they want to go and actually develop a different country's people, like a sport. Like if it's like not a strong country in that particular sport.
There's a lot
I
of
think
that in the
it's a challenge.
soccer.
Hey?
There's a lot of that in the soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Eddie Jones,
just
Australian.
Hinting.
Well, the reality is, why would the Socceroos, not a great soccer country, why would we want an Australian coach to take us to the World Cup?
Yeah, I used to think like we should just have an Australian, but then I'm like, yeah, okay,
We want
maybe
the best chance. So
maybe
why
we
wouldn't
just do it. I think that's what I mean. Spirit of the game. It comes a lot of that romantic stuff about sport. I think once you accept it that it can't exist in a world with television cameras and reporters and money and all that sort of stuff, I think you got to accept there is no, like, same with, remember it used to be like I live in Brisbane, so I play for Brisbane, like all that sort of stuff, and then people getting contracts to go play for Souths or go play.
Yeah,
It's a hard pill to swallow back then, but now it's just like, okay, they got to go where the money is.
Yeah,
it's
that's
a
right.
professional
It's a
thing
business,
now.
yeah.
There's no romantics in sport. I
think it's as the salaries have come into it.
money.
You've got a small window to earn as much money as you can as a footballer. So it didn't used to be about that. Like, they used to play their sport and then go and be an electrician during the day.
Yeah.
But now it's a profession, and they've got a very small window to earn as much money as they can.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't they? And I don't like it when people say, "Oh, you're a trader changing teams." No, you got to do the right thing by your family.
People would do it. Shoes on the other foot.
This could well be out as a crucial point on the.
That's pretty clever, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
they knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, he'd done it the 2 balls before. He was leaving his crease. So why would it's the same as if you're batting out of your crease? Like, just have a crack.
This is like, it's a difference between if we were playing local suburban competition just for shits and giggles. That's the sort of thing you might go, nah, it's all right. Have another bat. It's all right, you know. But at
Should they do
international,
that?
One hand, one bounce, you're out.
yeah, like I
Can't
just
get
don't
out
think you can
first
do it at international level.
Yeah.
Money involved, careers involved, all that. Just the officiators clear it up. No spirit of the game. This is how we're going to play the game.
This-
Do you
rules.
remember?
Yeah.
Do you remember, Scoot, when we were playing 2020 cricket?
Yeah.
And it was being run by that guy.
yeah.
Look, I don't want to give him away,
yeah.
so let's call him.
Tom.
We'll call him
C.
Tom C.
Oh,
No,
it's
that's too obvious.
T callers.
T callers. We were playing in this 2020 cricket contest, and it was really well run. Like, there was a rule: you were not allowed to field without a beer in your hand. It was
a lot
great.
of piss drunk. Yeah.
But they had these 2 guys running the whole comp, and they used to commentate it over a loudspeaker. And this guy was late. The guy running the show was late, and he pulled into the car park, pissed as a fart. Should not have been driving that car. And he came up and he commentated the game. And during the commentary, he goes, "Oh, yeah, good shot, cunt." And we all looked at him like, kids
There's
around,
kids
kids around.
around,
It was
mate.
9 o'clock in the morning. We were like, kids around. He goes, it's okay. It was with a K. From that
got away
day,
with it,
we
yeah.
always say cunt's okay when it's with a K.
Yeah, that's
on this
those
podcast.
three-
Every cunt I've said has been with a K.
Those
that's
4
friendly,
that you've
friendly,
dropped,
yeah.
they were being with a K, all 4 of them.
I think we agree that just go to the letter of the law. And I was going to say before, this podcast is going to be fucking boring if me and Scoot keep agreeing on things. So let's.
Let's just agree.
Well,
let's just
what's
agree to
the,
disagree.
I don't agree to that.
As part of the Ashes, they showed the Canberra Raiders scored a try, and they because it's
this
try
like-
July.
Try July, yeah.
Yeah. So if you do it,
I think
a
the
try
NR
celebration.
Yeah.
Sportsbet donate $5,000.
So
This
they've
one was so good they donated $10,000.
So what is it?
They've gone with,
Sportsbet donate
Try
money
July
if they do a good try
because they failed at
celebration.
Dry July last time.
The Raiders replayed it after a try, and they used Elliot Whitehead as the batsman because he's a pom, and they run him out there, and then they actually showed that on the Ashes. When the Ashes was
didn't Pierce-
playing live, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because I sat
Pierce-
up and watched it till I was watching a couple of the games, and it was late, and then they said, "Oh, have you seen this try celebration
Yeah.
from?"
As a massive AFL fan, that was my favourite part of last round of the NRL.
Wait, I'm catching up.
Oh, fucking hell,
Oh,
Scott.
gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, have an argument, you two,
Yeah.
like a married couple.
I'm
massive
already
head.
not happy with him.
Got a massive head. Look at those slippers. So we're going to talk about them.
Yeah, let's fucking
What's wrong
talk
with my
about that.
slippers?
And are they Seinfeld socks?
Their Seinfeld socks and their slippers.
Yeah.
Can we have a look at your toes? I mean, we're videoing tonight as well.
Yeah. Get in front of the camera.
What the fuck?
Nah, I'm not getting it in front
What?
of the camera.
Was one of your
built for
parents a gargoyle or something? Because
built-
those fucking feet.
I'm built for speed. My toes don't touch the ground. We all talk about it all the time. They're disgusting.
That's weird.
My wife's toes are disgusting too. We both got shit
Just
feet.
go
We're
to
made for each other. Should be filthy of me saying that.
ChrisTaylorsToes.com
That's not
and
a
we're going to
fucking
upload
website.
a
Yeah, it is
photo
now.
of those toes.
Oh,
Quick Ben, build a website.
I'm on it.
all the people with foot fetishes are now off.
If we had a bigger audience, which we don't, we would have to quickly buy that domain because
Yeah.
Scott said it.
You should start an OnlyFans.
Me?
Yeah.
With my
There's
feet?
probably a market for
Do
that.
you reckon there's a market for
Oh, definitely.
There is,
disgusting?
yeah.
Really?
100%.
Yeah,
I'm going to do it.
Just
then.
do it.
They do. They ask them to
Right, I'll
fart in
report back.
bottles, in jars.
You don't want to know how quickly I would do something like that if there was a market for me.
There's no market for you. I can't imagine a single market for you.
I'm sure the Lord of the Rings market with the Gollum.
Oh, yeah. Monty Burns.
All right, now move on. I just wanted a quick one, and I don't want to ruin the mood or anything. It's just a gratitude thing for me. You guys know my last 18 months has been pretty fucked, and you guys have seen me at my lowest. So I've been trying to show gratitude and practice gratitude. And it's all about getting little wins here and there, because when you're in that shitty spot, sometimes you don't think you're having any wins at all. And I went back and I realised I had a big win once with you.
What was it? Where's this
that's
going?
Scoot, he's pointed
Where's
out.
this going?
The raffle.
Oh, yes, the raffle.
The raffle. Tell the story.
Yeah, so we have a dartboard in the office, and we were playing a lot of darts. We didn't have a lot of work to do, so we were playing a lot of darts. And Leggy said to Scoot, give me $50 if I hit the bullseye throwing the dart around my back.
3 darts.
Three
cracks
darts
at
around
it.
my back.
Yeah. The first one hit the wall, didn't
First
it?
one
First
was
one hit the
Wallsville.
wall. Second one damn near hit my feet, maybe.
No, I think it was the second one that went in.
Second one in.
Straight into the bullseye, round the
So I
back.
hit the bullseye. So Scoot was just being the tight ass that he is. He's like, fuck off. I'm not fucking
Hey,
giving
hey,
you
hey,
what a
hey,
load
hey.
of shit.
You're painting me as a tight ass. I was the guy selling raffle tickets for the guy with a medical condition.
Yeah, okay.
So-
well done.
I directed that. I said, I'm not going to give you the $50, well, if you want, or I'll give you these $50 worth of raffle tickets.
It was 5
selling
To go to
this guy.
charity.
Yeah.
What a good human.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And we agreed on that.
we
because
agreed.
It was
There
an
was
arsey
agreement.
shot. Like, I've been doing it for half an hour and I hadn't hit the board once, I think. And then the second shot within the bet, straight into the Red Bull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fast forward a couple of months.
Yeah.
And raffle gets drawn. You win first
You
prize.
got a first prize
Uh,
call. Yeah, just saying.
You got a phone call. Oh, you've won a 50-inch TV.
Yeah.
So of course, like you're friends with wankers, and that those wankers are us. So you immediately jump to, oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
What, this is bullshit.
Yeah, I don't win
and
fucking
didn't
anything,
believe
yeah.
it. But you've won first prize. So not only have you've just pulled bullshit out of your ass with hitting that bullseye around your back.
Yeah.
Then you've gone ahead and won that fucking massive raffle and won a 50-inch TV.
Yeah.
And then.
I thought you
still
pricks-
didn't believe us
No.
to the point when the TV got delivered, you accused me of hiring it from Radio Rentals.
And you're still waiting to this day for Radio Rentals to come
and
collect
get
it.
I think that TV shit itself now.
Yeah,
so-
it has. But I thought you'd actually built the website because that's what you
Yeah.
do. And I'm like, are you fucking... Because it had my name there in the first prize.
that would have been
And
a
I went,
fucking good
"You
prank."
You fuckers have... You've tricked me.
We
That's what
should do a
shared.
prank one day where we get him and we let it drag on for like 20 years, like 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
And then we'll drop it. Like if he's really old and gets
this
really
was-
sick, then we'll tell him.
This is what, 15
We
years
should
ago? or
we should
something?
do a 30-year prank.
Yeah.
On me?
We might be doing one now.
You still might be
Maybe
doing
we
it.
are.
Yeah. We did the odds on it. So we calculated the odds of getting 1 out of 3 darts around your back into a bullseye, and then multiplying it into actually winning first prize. And it was, what, 1 in 8 million or something
yeah,
like that?
something
I think
crazy.
we did it.
Something
so, oh, yeah, yes, please. Yes.
Beer time?
Yeah.
I won't drink beer out of a bottle anymore. I prefer a can.
Why do you prefer a can?
I find
hear
it
it.
A
stays.
stubby. You won't have a stubby.
Is this one of those things where you're going to be judgmental of my opinion?
Yeah, all right,
All
let's
right,
hear it.
good.
Let's hear your opinion.
So
Let's
the
hear it.
main theme of the show.
Let's hear the opinion. I'm all ear.
I think the can stays colder longer. I prefer holding the can. I find the bottle just gets. I don't know. My hand makes it warmer. And, yeah. Okay. Let's hear your stupid opinion.
Well, I agree. I don't mind the feel of holding a can, but a common claim I feel is people say cans stay colder longer.
Right.
But I reckon I don't have anything to back this up.
Scientific
good.
proof.
Well, I've got scientific hearsay.
right.
which is hearsay.
Yep. I think scientists call that hearsay.
Because I feel like if you can feel more coolth on your hand,
Coolth.
that means more coolth is escaping from the drink.
You say coolth?
Coolth.
Is that like queef?
Like, I don't know.
I think it's a bit different.
Coolness.
Cool feeling. Is that what you're thinking?
Because more coolness is escaping from the can. If you can feel like a well-insulated vessel that keeps the drink colder, you would not feel any coolth on your hand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so the glass is thicker, therefore.
Yeah, any vessel where you can feel less coolth
So
should
because,
be keeping the drink
because the
cooler.
glass
inside.
feels warm, it's actually probably cooler inside because it's
insulating it
doing
better.
its job.
I think so. But then I'm like, okay, oh shit. And then I'm like, eh. And then I'm like, but if I believe it's cooler, it's cooler.
Well, yeah.
Because it feels cooler in my
So
hand.
it's placebo.
Yeah,
This is a
placebo.
quick Google.
No.
No, don't Google it. Don't you ruin.
Don't prove him wrong.
Wait,
He's
there
on
is
a roll.
no place for facts on this podcast. It's about hearsay, scientific hearsay.
So anyway, but then, then there's a whole... I think I've invested a lot of time into thinking about this.
I bet you
Then
have.
there's the compactability of the can. Once it's done, that's obviously awesome.
Yep.
You can step... And how
You
good
can
is
throw
it?
them,
Crushing...
smashing them. You can drink them in the
can.
pool.
Drink them in
Camping.
the pool, yeah.
Camping's great for
Yeah.
camps.
I'm fucking paranoid about drinking
Yeah.
a bottle near my pool now
Yeah,
after
yeah.
my little incident. Christmas
The
last
glass.
year, I was quite drunk and I accidentally clipped the glass tabletop of our patio table against
yeah.
the glass pool fence and it exploded
that's
and
a
went all through the pool.
Yeah.
It was a debacle.
That's
and then
right,
Tash wanted to drain the pool. I'm like, we're not fucking
No, you're not
draining the
draining
pool. We're not draining it. I just spent like 10 hours
Yeah.
cleaning this
It's
thing.
a calculated risk on your children's
The
like,
guy at the
well-being.
pool shop did say to me, the concern is if one of your children dives in and gets a shard in the eye.
That's a
And I
calculated
went, all right, look, they're not that good at seeing anyway.
Yeah. Nah.
let's
What do you
just
think
run with it.
the best beer is, though? Like, I reckon after mowing,
Oh, yeah. Mowing beer or a golf beer?
but I think
I reckon a golf beer
when
is
I
better.
played league as well, they used to bring a carton in after the game, win or lose, and it was kind of
Win.
I
Win's better.
wins better. It was always better, but
win
you'd
beers
always
are
get
better. But I reckon golf is your optimum sport for beer refreshment because you haven't been working that hard. But it's been hot.
If you've had a shit of a 9 holes, back 9 beers are the best.
Yeah, but like
a beer after golf is good.
if you've played a like quite intense sport like rugby league, which I've never played.
Yeah.
But
Because
I'm a
you've got a
weird,
body
yeah.
of a
I did
pipe
play
cleaner.
AFL that time and did both my shoulders.
You've got the body of a 10-year-old
remember-
stamp collector.
I remember when we play. Yeah, I got a body of 10-year-old Sam McKenzie, but Monty Burns, bloody Golem. Who else? Who else can we throw in there? Like Skeletor.
But you've
What's
got
that,
a massive
What's
cock.
that fucking skeleton?
He would, I reckon he does.
What's that fucking skeleton on Super Ted? You know, Mr. fucking. Yeah, that's who I am. Everyone? Okay.
Didn't you hurt yourself by checking the time one time?
Yeah, I did my
Yeah,
shoulder.
he did his
that
shoulder.
Was after
How'd you
I
do
played
your
AFL,
shoulder,
my
Scott? I
shoulders
was
are
checking
shot.
the time.
And then I like years later. Now it can happen. Now it could happen now.
really?
What's the time? 7:45. Ow. Yeah. But anyway, what were we talking about?
I think mowing beers, golf beers are great.
Friday night shower beer.
Yeah.
You were on a rant about why a footy beer,
Yeah,
because you're exhausted.
And then I
or-
think I was down another tangent about me playing AFL. I remember just realizing how weak I was, just trying to tackle people. Like, they were running, and I would just latch on. They just keep going. Like, and I'm just like,
No impact.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm doing
Yeah.
nothing.
In fact, they got faster.
I don't know why you're surprised.
You're running. You were guiding them to the goal post.
Straighten up.
guider.
Straighten up.
Oh, the
Straighten up.
guider, yeah.
No.
Anyway, I think we all know the long-winded point, which was, I think, like a really intense sport, you kind of want a Gatorade or some water, whereas golf, it's, you've been hot, you've been whatever, it's long.
I'm a golfer, and I still reckon a mowing beer,
Mowing beer,
might
yeah.
be better.
Can we talk about the highs and lows
Yep.
of a gig I did, and I think it was a solo gig I did in Toowoomba, and this hot chick comes up to me and she said, "Oh my God, you're amazing! You're one of the best musicians I've ever heard." Should I put on the girly voice anymore? Anyway, no, I won't. And she said, "Oh, me and my friends have had a great night, and we're singing along and all that." And she's like, "You're great, you know, it's just fun." And then she said, "Oh, can you play Pink?" And I went, "Oh, no, sorry, I don't know Pink." She goes, "You're fucking shit." We're going now.
Turn on a dime.
Enter.
I had a punter one time at a gig. He came up after the show and he was really annoyed. And he said, "You guys suck. You're the worst band I've ever heard." And then he said, "Have a safe trip home." Drive safe and home.
There was also, Benji, now this is quite a tangent, there was also that gig that you played where you were, you can cut this later, you're in control of this, you were playing to like it was Camp Quality,
Quality it
or
was.
something
It
like
was
that.
at Dicky Beach Camp Quality.
Yeah,
Dicky
Camp
Beach,
Quality, and you opened that set. All these kids who are
Dying.
terminal
they're dying.
illness,
Yeah.
and you've opened that set with Knocking on Heaven's Door.
Yeah. Not my proudest moment.
Oh, God.
And the horrified looks
Oh,
that you
yeah.
got, and you guys worked out halfway through.
Yeah.
All
We've,
year.
You can't
we've
pull out of
fucked
that. And then we backed it up with smoking in the boys' room. Not ideal. Yeah, all the camp counsellors are doing this one.
this. Yeah, just cut it.
Kids crying
cut
in
it.
the front row. Yeah, it was-
Speaking of golf beers,
Yes.
handicap.
Yeah.
What's your
How'd you
handicap?
go?
Golf?
Oh, no, you don't
It's
want to know
coming down.
mine.
It's coming down. I took.
What are you at now?
Well, I took some time off, so I didn't start well. I, as a kid, got it down to 6, I think, and then I had children and didn't have time for the hard. That golf's the hardest sport there is to get away from your family to play. It takes fucking 4 hours, 6 if my wife's listening.
Yeah.
No
Definitely a holiday.
less than 6 if Tasha's listening to this.
That's per 9.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But then, started playing again last year. Got my handicap at 14. I think it's down to 9.7
So that is
now. or
points
something
now.
Like that. So your official handicap with Golf Australia has decimals, and then when you play a comp, they round it. So
they-
I'm playing off 10.
Do they just round it? So if it's 9.7, it rounds up.
Well, you actually, this is getting very boring for the listeners.
Okay.
This is fucking boring, but you've got 2 handicaps. You've got Golf Australia handicap, which is the exact one, and then you've got a club handicap, which there's course ratings, and it brings it down. So my golf handicap is now 9.7. Yeah, I know. 9.7, and I'm playing off 9.
No, but that's good. I think that's good that you're back at it. You know, that's a good thing. Yeah.
What do
Trying to
you reckon
play
my
regularly.
handicap would be?
Fucking heaps. 36 is the highest, and they might change
They
it
might,
for you.
increase it for that. We've
You are
got that running bet.
fucking. You are honestly one of the worst.
Jiggles.
Oh
golfers.
It's
yeah,
gonna
you've got
pay
a bet
me
with him. Yeah.
Have we finally agreed? Is that a bet, or
Is it an actual?
is that an actual bet that we're going to shake on right now? It's a $10,000 bet. If I ever beat you in golf, you got to pay me $10,000.
He is the worst
I'll pay you
fucking
$1
golfer.
every time you beat me.
What's your best score at the local course we play at?
93.
Yeah, if I have 93, I'm killing myself.
Yeah. After you pay me.
The other day, I had a fucking shocker, and I had 82.
Yeah. So I could have a good day. You could have a shit day.
But you're still 11 off.
I could get better.
He's fucking honestly terrible. He plays just as much as Leggy, and Leggy's just way better.
I'm not that good.
No, you're not.
No,
No, I didn't say you were
I think my
good.
best is 87.
So it's only
Yeah.
6 difference, people.
Yeah, you fluked it once. You were also playing a lot more back then.
Yeah, I've given up.
But here's the thing: if I get wind of you trying, I'll just try.
But then
But
the
shouldn't
pressure.
you do that
Yeah.
anyway? Have you got a
I'm
goal to get your handicap down to like 5 or something?
I just wanted to get back down to single figures.
That's cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah,
wrong.
I don't know. Whatever. You just shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of shit,
Yes.
Oh yeah,
what's this
that's why I
gonna-
was late because I was doing one.
here
Yeah, and it
in
was
Hobo Studios.
not in the studio itself, but it's back at the house. But it made me think of the time my lovely wife did something amazing for me. So we had the birthday drinks. I had a couple of drinks. Aaron was going to drive. We're coming home, and I could feel this shit coming on. Like it
The
was
turtle head was poking out.
No, it was less. It was more like the stomach cramps, like,
right.
all that sort of stuff happening. And I was like, "Well, we're gonna have to pull over here soon. Like, I will use a curb. I will use a guardrail. I'll use a letterbox, whatever we got to do." And we're getting closer and closer to home, and then I'm just like making the calculation: do we keep going? Do we keep going? Do I pull over and
Oh no.
take one? And then we got to the turn off to not our street, close to our street, and a red light. And I was just like, "You got to run this for me."
Oh, she
And
run
like
it.
she would never break a road rule or anything like that. And then I think she thought it because it's a fairly new car that she's got, and she's just like, "Fuck it," and she just like around the corner.
So the new car.
And then got home, went to the downstairs toilet. I was shitting before my ass hit the toilet seat. Like, as soon as my knees bent, I followed that shit down. My ass,
I think you subconsciously your body knows it too, and consciously. Like when you're getting close to home, it's like it's coming out even more. It's like
that feeling though when you're halfway down and you know I can let loose now. I'm
so
probably over the hole. That's a fucking good feeling. How'd you go? Was it good?
It's great.
What do you reckon was the catalyst for bringing on the urgency of it? Stomach bug, or did you have some? Did you eat a herring, or what was that?
fermented herring.
I don't know.
A fermented
Could have
herring.
been the 1,000 beers.
Oh, were you pissed?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. She must have loved that.
But shitting in public.
I don't like shitting in a public toilet. No.
No?
I like the home ground advantage. I've
Yeah.
got to. Yeah. There was that
Shit break.
fucking time in Melbourne when we were pissed and we were hungover, and we were in. I was desperate.
That's
for
every
a
time in
shit.
Melbourne,
I was desperate for a shit, and I couldn't find a public toilet, and I just needed one. And I'm like, oh, let's go into this bakery, and there was a lovely lady in there, and I said, let's just ask her where the nearest public toilet is. And you said, excuse me, do you know where the nearest public toilet is? Because my friend here's about to shit himself. She was
mortified. She went,
horrified. And I was fucking mortified, but you were right. I was about to shit myself.
yeah. I think I was still pissed that morning. You know, when we
had some trips.
Oh, yeah. We get up and then you're still pissed and you're walking around being a clown. And you said, remember the candy at Melbourne at the markets? And you said, I'm going to get one
You could get words printed on these lollies. And you said, and Leggy said, oh, you should get some for Tash. And I said something like, yeah, I'll get, yes.
Can you SMS me a photo of your cunt?
I might have refused.
Hello, Tash.
Oh, dear. I don't think I ever took a shit at school in my whole
No, me either.
Really?
No.
12 years of schooling. I don't think I did one.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I once had to go to a music lesson after school, and I was sitting outside my music teacher's house waiting to go in, and I was about to shit myself, so I just ran off. And like when my music lesson was time to come up, she opened the door and I was gone. I had to bolt. I bolted down to Kenmore Village to have a shit.
Do you remember at
Shout out
work,
to Kemba Village.
Yeah.
At work,
Lovely people.
like, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, I don't know, again, we didn't have enough to do. We did those stool charts. Like, we recorded, we had a chart on the wall of all the times we shit and like how often we shit. And then we sent it to our friend from high school who's now a doctor, a female friend, who didn't know us that well. Just like
We
got back in touch with
faxed
her,
it to her.
and then we asked, is this normal?
Yeah, but
You
what's
used to only
worse
shit
is...
once a week, didn't you? You were
Well,
like,
yeah, I was shitting once a
shitting
week.
I was shitting 3 times
Three
a day.
times a day. But here's what happened. I didn't have kids then. This is about the human body. This is amazing.
This is scientific hearsay.
Scientific hearsay. Change
that's
the name of the
episode.
podcast.
This is more than that. This is like, yeah. As soon as I had kids, and I didn't plan this, because so now I'll probably go once a day, maybe twice. Yeah.
Is it just to escape?
Yeah, but so what happened was, and I realised as soon as I had kids, it's just like, okay, I enjoyed my time in the toilet because it's just like,
It's fucking great.
no, I can't help right now. I cannot. This is a bodily function.
you're laying a
and
cable. Yeah.
You cannot do anything about this. I have to do this now. No one can stop me.
Yeah, this is my time.
And then I'd like, over maybe a 12, 18-month period, I just started like, okay, maybe 3 times a week, 4 times a week, 5 times a week. And it's just like, that's my time. And
Yeah,
I didn't try to do that. It just happened. The body, the mind, the poo, it's all...
All
Body,
working
mind,
together.
body, mind, poo.
Yeah.
Going
That's
back to the
amazing.
stool charts, what was even funnier about sending it to the hospital was we faxed it. We faxed it, and we had no idea who was standing in front of that
It's
receiving
like
fax
care
machine.
of Dr. Chen.
Yeah.
You know, like, could you please analyze this and tell us if this is
She
normal?
did get it.
Yeah, she got it.
She
said
didn't
it.
reply, but she told us later. I think
received.
it was at the high school reunion. Yes, I got your stool, Charles. Yes, you're fine.
Yeah.
Everyone's different.
Yeah.
And you did Poo Zealand with the map.
Map of Poo
Yeah,
Zealand,
when I
yeah.
went to
Did you
New
put him
Zealand.
where you got bogged though?
No, we didn't talk about
Pulled over for a route and got bogged in the camper.
that. Happens. We've all been there, haven't we?
No. No.
I don't think it happened in the end. I had to get a farmer to tow us out.
That's great.
Yeah. So, yeah, poos.
I heard a good one, but it was on another podcast, so I'll tell it anyway.
Yeah.
A guy down the beach, and he was going for a walk on the beach. He really needed the shit. So he went up over the dunes into the bushes and just took a dump there. And he's like crouching down, growing it out. And this big Doberman ran into there, barking and everything. And he's like, holy shit. He pulled his pants up real quick. And then the owner, the lady, came in and said, oh, sorry, the dog nearly attacked you. Sorry about that. And then she got the plastic bag and bent down and picked up the dog
She
shit.
thought the dog
But
shit.
it was actually his
thought it was the
dog shit. She took the dog and taken the shit there.
And then you just stand there with
He's
a straight
standing there having a
face.
chat to her. She's got his shit in her hand. Brilliant. Yeah.
And he just stood there with a straight face.
Just going, I don't know.
man.
Yeah.
I don't remember giving the dog corn.
That is great.
So that's not my story, but it's a good one.
That is great.
I'll tell you two of the most annoying things about Scott. Like, he's pretty fucking annoying. You've probably heard that across 1.5 episodes.
I don't find him annoying at all.
No, he's fucking annoying. Two annoying things about Scott that he always bangs on about. One is that he would beat the shit out of a dingo in a fight. So that's the lesser one. But this is the bigger one. Is Scott claims the best blind boxer in the world. So gold medalist for blind boxing. Scott reckons he could beat that boxer in a ring in a fight.
But
Discuss.
Okay, so we start with the dingo.
Yeah. Start with
Yeah,
the
set 'em up,
dingo
we'll knock
while
'em
I
down.
get a drink.
Okay. So, do you guys, what do you think? Me versus a dingo to the death?
you know the dingoes you see on like Fraser Island and that?
Yeah.
They're like quite thin, small and that. If you go out west and see, holy fuck, they are big dogs. Like some of them.
Okay, can we settle on Fraser Island / Kagari dingo? Can we settle on that?
Sure, okay, yep.
So, I'm not saying I would be uninjured, but basically all I'm doing, I'm guarding my neck. I'm
Right.
sacrificing a limb. I'm getting
Thank
my
you, sir.
arm out. It's gonna bite that hard.
Yeah.
As soon as I get that thing on the ground, I'm just like pinning it to the ground, and whatever I do in that fit.
How
of
are you
rage-
getting it on the ground when it's got its teeth sunk
Yeah, I'm
into
going to
your neck?
sacrifice a limb. So it's going to be into my leg or my arm, and then I'm just rolling on it and just getting its neck or whatever I have to do.
You know what
This
to
reminds
you
me
know
of
what to do.
the AFL story before when you were tackled.
Yeah, but
Where you
this
suddenly
time I'm the big-
realise,
this
oh, I
time I'm the
can't
strong
tackle
one.
anybody.
Gotcha.
You know what to do. If a dog attacks you, you get its two front legs and you pull them out like that.
You kiss it. Don't you kiss it?
No, you
Don't
pull
you
them out
say-
like that and it splits.
What animal is it that you stick a finger in that's bum? That's
That's a jiggles.
that's me. Oh, okay.
Just after the
you,
first-
you will.
Just the first knuckle.
You will get me running away.
How is the dingo killing me?
Teeth?
With
Well,
its
it's-
teeth?
In what area of my body?
If that was happening, it probably just wouldn't be one.
No, okay, yeah, pack of dingoes, that's a different story. Talking about one-on-one,
Yeah, if you knew what to do like that.
I don't even know that. I just
now you
going on
do.
But
Yeah.
pretend I don't know that. I'm still going on instinct. I'm beating that thing.
I think the pressure of their bites and if it's even if it's got your wrist or something and
It's
the
not letting go of your wrist and it's shaking.
It's-
That's
and
fine.
if it's got
I'm
lockjaw-
sacrificing the limb, and I'm assuming that there's
but if it's
medical
got a main
attention I can
vein or
get.
something,
Yeah, okay, I'll get medical attention after the fact. But come on,
All right, well, let's move on to
I
the
don't-
boxer.
I don't know.
Because this is the worst one.
I don't know as much about this, and I don't feel good about this comparison because
Can we not do the fermented herring? And can we do this challenge instead?
blind boxer.
Scoot versus dingo.
Not sure they're easy to get. I don't know.
no.
Tell us your opinion. So I'm
I don't
talking
know, I've
the
softened a little
Olympic
bit.
gold. Oh, here we
I've
go.
softened a little bit because I
Here we
haven't
go.
seen a match. But
Here
I just
we
feel
go.
like
Blind boxing match.
Own your own
well,
comments.
I'll just
from
run
the
away
past.
basically until I can find a.
Yeah, but how are you going to knock him down?
Then I'll sneak, and then
You,
And do what?
They'll hear
You-
and and you can't hit them from behind.
Why not?
'Cause it's a rabbit punch. It's illegal.
Oh, well, I
in
didn't know
boxing
that.
match. You can't do
Okay,
that.
but let's say you can hit him from behind because you didn't know that. Now, before you go on this whole I've softened a little, you have banged on about this for about 15 years, so don't...
Run away.
Yeah, but you've still got to knock him down, and one of your punches is not
Okay.
going to knock down a gold medal
I know,
boxer.
but they've got to knock me down too.
There
Yeah, he'll get
is-
you.
How?
Eventually, he'll get you.
Here's a,
run.
here's a question: are they blind from birth, or are they a boxer and
I
then they
don't
lost
know.
their eyesight?
Why?
Wow, that's a good question.
I think it makes a difference.
Yeah.
Well, here's the other thing.
Yeah,
This person is a blind boxer. They're trained to use their ears.
and nose.
All they got to do is
nose,
land one and nose. Yeah.
Once I shit myself.
Their senses.
You will
Home run,
shit
that's like a
yourself.
radar.
The other senses are like, oh yeah, he's sneaking around, he's dancing around, bang.
He'll be pretending. Oh, where's he going?
There is. Yeah.
I understand that the other senses might be tuned, but surely not to like.
He's just got to land half a punch and you're dead. You made it
I'll
clear.
run away.
You are.
Why don't we?
ring, though.
Why don't we
Like,
do
it's
it?
a ring.
I'll run around.
Why don't we do it? And I'll go blindfolded.
Hey.
Oh yeah, we could.
Why don't we
No,
do
but
it?
you're
Smash you.
sent. You're, yeah,
You're
he will smash
blindfolded.
you. He'll smash you.
Yeah.
Not heightened senses, but there is a particular friend of ours who's going to be filthy by you backing down over this. He
Well,
is going to be filthy.
I'm happy to do it. I'll go blindfolded and fight you.
How many professional sports are left that are still an option for me?
Golf?
Well, you've just
Snooker.
talked about how shit I am at golf, so that's
No,
not,
no. But if you
Darts?
are you saying based on age?
based on age. Like
Yeah.
we've crossed off a lot of the.
You're still playing soccer,
So, yeah.
Yeah.
well,
So at 41, you and I are both 41.
no, 40 champ. Aren't we
Well,
40?
about to turn. You're about to turn 41. I'm
Oh, you're
41.
41.
I'm
month is
so glad I'm not the most drunk on this podcast. What a great moment. So at 41, I'm now at an age where like NBA players are retiring at 38, all that kind of stuff, and I know NBA's out for me.
Yep.
Are you asking what's left that if we committed
darts.
ourselves, we could get there?
Darts, table
Darts,
tennis.
table tennis,
clay pigeon
golf.
shooting,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You can't make it for golf, but I'm just saying.
lawn bowls,
Lawny B. Yeah.
Lawny B.
Okay,
Yeah,
let
Lawny bangers.
me pose this question to you then. If at 40 about to
40,
turn
I'm
41,
Yep.
if I said to you, Scoot, in the next 5 years, I'll give you $1 million if you become a professional sportsman in something,
Yep.
what would you set your sights on? What
Ooh,
sport?
good question.
Professional. So I've got to reach the level
You
where
gotta
what sort of
leave.
level? Like world class level.
Yeah, I'll go less than world class. So cricket, it would be Queensland Bulls.
Okay, so professional, paid to play.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking darts.
Not paid to play because Leggy got paid to
Yeah,
play.
I used to get paid to play. Yeah, in Toowoomba Rugby League. Yeah,
Like table tennis,
I got
they-
paid playing
I'm
reserve
saying
grade. So,
one
yeah.
level lower than elite.
I reckon lawn bowls. I think it has to be a static sport. So table tennis is out. I think because they're really
They're
good.
athletes. They
And
really are
I've
athletes.
got to play against someone like. Whereas darts, lawn bowls, it's a static situation where I can coach myself. I can practice by myself to be good at my
All the time,
craft
yeah.
without an opponent that's interfering with whatever I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, I could just So darts, lawn bowls. What else are we running?
10-pin bowling?
Curling. Yeah,
Yeah, you've got-
TPB.
you-
Oh, it's a
yeah.
10-pin bowling. How?
Yeah, Scott's got this fucking annoying opinion on 10-pin bowling. God, he's annoying. Oh, this
TPB.
whole
Bowling,
episode.
yes.
Like this whole episode, he's just fucking annoying. I'm fucking over it.
I want to get up.
Okay.
He's about to go
I'll
on a
come and-
rant about 10-pin
I want to come and watch you and hold up a sign.
Yeah. Okay. Just tell me this. Riddle me this. Just humor me for a moment. Okay. We go 10-pin bowl. Let's just go 10-pin bowling on the weekend. I guarantee you, like, Leggy, you'll probably get like 4 strikes, 5 strikes in a round.
Fuck, that's a bit generous.
Yeah.
No,
like,
I do. I'm
I'll
good
get
at
a
it.
couple. Jigs will get a few.
I'm good at
you'll
all
get
sports.
You're
some
good at
big
fingering the
B-mains. That's with no practice, and that's a static sport. There's no interference in anything. How are the professionals not just striking it every time?
Because
Every
human
fucking time.
error. We have this argument all the time
but what
because
are the
they're
variables?
human.
What are the variables?
The variables
Practice.
are their arm strength, where they drop the ball,
Dedicated
the,
their life
the
to
amount
this.
of
Yeah.
spin they put on the
Practice.
ball.
There's no wind.
The amount.
Yeah,
wind.
There's no wind.
No,
There's no like.
there's still
Yeah,
human
there is.
error.
It comes out to cool your hand down.
There's
That little
still
thing.
human error. This shits me when I fucking hate
Okay,
when
explain this to me. Leggy can get probably 40%
Yeah.
strikes.
Can he get 10? Oh, not 10.
Yeah,
What is
but
it? 12?
If I practice, every day.
But why
You
can
gotta
he
get
not?
12
Why
in a
can
row.
someone who's practiced their whole life
Because
not
it's
get
hard.
not get strikes 95% of the time?
They can. They
but,
do
but they
that.
don't.
They do. They got to get
What's
12
a
in a
perfect
row.
game?
300.
Yeah, but like how many
12 in a
strikes?
row.
That's not that hard. I accept
12 strikes in a row.
Because of human error. What about this? They have to put the right amount of spin on the ball to get it perfect.
I don't even do that. I just fucking bowl the
Yeah,
thing.
I know, but you're
hit it
shit. That's
between
why
the-
you can't get 12.
I get a lot though.
The difference between 5 and 12 is astonishing.
We're gonna get some people on here. Some guests.
Yeah, let's get a TPB player.
Yeah, we'll interview some people.
Yeah,
Get them in
like-
for a segment.
Super League TPB.
Yes. Yep.
Ask
And-
them.
I actually want to know the
questions.
answer. I'm not just being a dickhead.
No, you are.
I
said not just.
I said just.
You 100% are.
I'm not just being a dickhead.
We
for,
have
like,
touched, just so the listeners are aware, we've touched on the thing, touched on a nerve here for me, because these are the 3 or 4 key things that this cunt bangs on about
with a K.
over and over.
How long have
That's
you known
why-
each other? Like,
It was with a K.
Fuck, too long.
how long was it?
30 years,
Plus,
I think.
yeah, it's
Great.
30
We were about 11 when we started playing soccer, so about 30 years.
Yeah,
He's
right.
41 this year. Here's the thing, and this is why I got so shitty when he backed down on that fucking boxer thing.
I feel
no,
a bit-
you did. You backed down. You fucking backed down like a pussy.
Well, I don't want to like. There's a disability involved.
Yeah, but so is this just on the
But
podcast?
what about the boxer?
Okay,
Hey, I'm disabled. I've got a hearing impairment. Okay.
yeah, it's
We're gonna
been
talk
clear
about
during
that?
this podcast. Anyway,
Yeah.
you've just backed down for the podcast. Is that what you're saying? You're not being as big a dickhead because it's being recorded?
Look, there's a sensitivity involved. Like, I don't want.
How would you
No.
feel? How would you feel if you just knocked a blind guy out there? That'd be pretty bad.
I mean, we're not saying he's going to. He's just saying he could. All right. To finalise this, I'm just going to say, shout out to our friend Shane Rose. I wish you were here right now because I wish you were here
We'll get him
to
on.
watch this pussy back down just because
on.
we're recording
We'll
it.
get him on.
Oh, yeah, that's tomorrow night, isn't it?
Origin.
Game 3, tomorrow night.
I can't watch it
Why?
because Aaron has got a soccer game that I'm coaching. And I'm tossing up if I bring my phone and watch sneaky ones, or if that's disrespectful.
Nah, record it and watch it later.
I can't record it. How am I going to not? Remember, you used to be able to like not find out the sports score. It's impossible now. Like,
Yeah, it is. Just stay off your phone.
someone will text me like
Well, don't check.
Queenslander. Yeah, all
Put it
that.
on flight mode.
Flight mode. That's an option.
Okay, solved.
Solved.
Moving on. Leggy's still shocked. Yeah, there's
Leggy's
no
in shock.
This isn't great for audio. Leggy's sitting there with his mouth open, looking like a goldfish.
Cancel the
Looks like one
fucking
of those
game.
bloody-
It's State of Origin.
Yeah.
Cancel the game.
Yeah,
Just don't.
We actually did try to move the game.
Oh, did you?
just forfeit. Just forfeit.
There was reasons. I don't
Would
know.
Erin want to forfeit? Does she like Origin?
It's at Redlands. No.
Redlands on a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But
that.
they last time we played there, they put on a chicken dinner for us. Like after the game, it's just like, hey, come into the
Really?
clubhouse, a chicken dinner, veggies, like chips and gravy. Oh, that was awesome.
That
That's
changes
great.
every- that changes
You as a
everything.
food lover. Yeah, what the fuck stories? Time for that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, my what the fuck moment. Do you guys use the word? Have you know the word nonce? Like, oh, you're a nonce.
I've heard it, but I don't. I will admit I don't actually know what it means.
So it's a little bit like nonsense. And I've always just thought, oh, you're a bit of a Gumby or oh, I'm a bit of a goofball. Would you like me to read?
I've just looked it up.
Would you like me to read the definition of what the word nonce means? Now, understand, I have used this in a professional setting my whole life. Oh, jiggles, you nonce. Like, over and over again,
So
oh,
with
Ben, you
staff.
nonce.
With staff, yeah, in your performance review.
Would you like me to
sometimes a bit
read
of a
the
nonce.
definition?
Yeah, I've
of the word
never really
nonce?
heard it.
We get your beat button ready, Ben.
No, I think it's okay. The definition of nonce. A person who commits a crime involving sex, especially with a child.
Yeah.
Serious.
Now, that is the definition of the word nonce. And
So stop using that.
I have been...
Can you stop using that at work?
I've been throwing that about. Now, I heard this on a rival podcast.
Rival.
Yeah.
Are we rivaling people?
Yeah, it's a rival podcast. It's
We've already taken them down, haven't we?
it's popular. I won't say the name of it. I'll cryptically say it. Let's call it Amish and Handy.
Starts with H, ends with Amish and Andy.
Amish and handy.
H&A banger.
Now, I heard this on there, but I have been using that word often my whole life.
Wow.
So basically what this means is I have been out there saying, gee, I'm a pedo. Like, I am out there like going, I am a pedophile. Oh, you idiot. Oh, you misspelled that word, you pedophile. That is what I'm saying.
If you said that and you had that salmon jacket on you normally wear, that everyone would believe you as well.
You got a real problem with that salmon jacket.
Oh, your what the fuck story? You've got one now.
Well, I don't know. Does this qualify? I was just going to comment. It's more of a comment. Why is it so hard to, like, if you ever been to a physio for, like, you've done your ankle or bloody groins crap or something, and they give you exercises, it's impossible to do those exercises.
Yeah.
It's like 2 or 3 minutes a day, maybe 5.
You feel like you're not doing anything.
And you
that's
go
why.
out, of the thing. Yeah, I've got a little paper with the diagram of the exercise. Yeah, I'll do these. No one's ever done them.
You can't do it.
No one has ever done them.
I feel like the physio is the biggest waste of fucking money in the medical space because I never do their exercises. And then I go back and they go,
yeah, I got to go
slow
back.
improvement.
I gone back on Thursday, and I've had like 4 weeks because I set the appointment for 2 weeks later because I'd go on holidays, and then I had to text her say, "Oh, sorry, I've been on holidays. I haven't done any of my homework. Sorry." She'd go, "All right, we'll make it another 2 weeks." Still haven't done anything.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's annoying because, like, when it's an ankle,
What's your injury, though?
Push,
Is it your
push your knee towards the
Achilles,
wall. Shit
both
like
Achilles.
that.
Yeah, it's
Why
simple.
the
I just got to do a couple
fuck?
of stretches. Like, I won't do them.
If your Achilles is fucked, why the hell did you do that cartwheel the other day? And the soccer.
Yeah, we'll have to get that going. I don't know. I was just trying to liven it up. Like,
Bring
God,
some energy. Yeah.
everything's so serious all the time.
When you pulled out of it, I saw the video. When you hopped up, you were like, "Fuck, I shouldn't have done that."
I decided to do the cartwheel without. I consciously thought, because I thought, okay, I'm going to do it because it was like there's this like football tournament thing.
It was a women's football
women's football tournament,
and you wanted to make it all about you.
No, I guess. Honestly, I guess I did. Yes,
you
guilty as charged. I did.
Oh, let's all play Naked Twister.
I said, okay, because I said to the girls,
Jesus, no
well, the
one
ladies,
said that.
ladies, over 30 ladies, and the thing, and we got to run through this, what do you call it, like an archway with these streamers on it. Like they announced the team, and we all got to run through. And I
For
said,
the
"Does
Women's
anyone
World
know-"
Cup. Yeah.
And I gave my little inspirational team talk before the game, which is always the same shit. It's always like, all right, when you get the ball, have a look up, take your time, put a pass in. I was just saying it the whole time. Like, I don't know why. Every coach.
Sounds like you might be able to skip that game and watch the Origin.
Yeah, anyway.
If it's the same shit every time,
Every
just send a
halftime
phone
talk-
along with a recording.
Every halftime talk I've ever had, like as a player or given as a coach, is always, "We're on top of this game. It's all right. We're better than them. They're not that good. We just need to pass
Maybe
and
you
hold
need
the
to work
ball
on your
and like
repertoire
be
a bit."
patient and like all the same thing." Anyway, so we're gonna run through the archway and I just said, "Hey, does anyone know how to do a cartwheel? Like, let's liven this thing up, you know." And one of them said they did. Hannah said they did. And I said, "Okay, cool. So Hannah, you go last, and then I'll go after you, and I'll do a cartwheel too. I don't know how to do a cartwheel, but I'm not going to think about that. I'm going to just do it when it happens."
With a
so we're
fuck
running
Achilles.
through.
Yeah.
Hannah didn't do it because I think the girls in front of her got in
Talked
the
her out of
way.
it. Yeah.
Like, they were too slow.
just
Maybe
let him
talk
do it
her
on
out of
his
it.
own. Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I guess I'm doing it. And then I've gone through with it.
So
They
fuck-
won 3-1. So.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Because of
fucked
the cartwheel.
Achilles, did a cartwheel through that entryway to the game when it wasn't your time to shine.
Yeah.
But you can't do your simple physio.
What I was
don't
going to
know.
say before
I'd never
is
do it.
the fact that she gave you those exercises to do and said come back in 2 weeks. And then you said I haven't done them. She goes, "That's okay. We'll do another 2 weeks." It means she knows it's full of shit.
Yeah. That's the
doesn't matter
thing.
what you do
That's
wrong.
why I don't do the physio activity because it's always like press your knee towards the wall.
just feels like nothing.
Hold. It feels like nothing. And I just, I walk away. I've decided to pay money for that medical professional, but I also decide to go home and go, they don't know what they're talking about. It'll heal on its own.
And they do. It does heal on its
It
own.
does heal on its own. That's why
body's amazing.
circling
Yeah.
back to the start, that's why I say I reckon physiotherapy is I just think
the
it's the
perfect
least
scam.
effective
Perfect
medical
scam.
thing.
If you do
And
nothing.
the only reason I say it's the least is because I don't class chiropractic shit as medical. That is hooey.
Wizardry.
It's wizardry. So physiotherapy is at the very
we are
fucking
really
bottom
alienating some listeners here.
I will say this. I will say.
Unfollow.
I will say
bowlers.
this. I will say this. I've only had minor. I've only had minor things that I've had dealt with. So
They do a
like
great job.
your
They do a great
ankle,
job.
all that kind of shit.
They'll cramp stuff to sleep on their perfect spines.
If you, yeah. But if you're talking about major rehab, then different opinion. I'm just talking about
Blind boxers, they're not happy. Dingoes, they're fucking furious right now.
They're all talking in a group.
the whole fucking bowling community
fuck, what
fucking
was
hates
that?
us. I feel like I've come out of this liked, except for the physios. Anyway.
Righto, that's the end of episode 2. Thanks again, everyone. If you're a 10-pin bowling professional, yes, get in touch. A blind boxer.
Or if you're a dingo looking for a fight, I'm ready to roll.
For a fight.
No.
Yeah, bring him around. Scoot's ready. He's going to go.
No, I'm not talking about this 10-pin bowling shit
let's get
anymore.
one on. Let's get
fuck
one on.
off.
Let's get one on.
No, we got to go. We're out of time.
No, we're not fucking talking
Back
about
on the horse. Episode 2 done and dusted. Good night.
With the K.
fucking horse.